Hello, Pearson Patriot Choir families. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'm Mrs. Alleman. I'm the choir director here at Pearson. We're doing our parent meeting a little bit differently this year. I'm going to send you out this video in lieu of having you come into the school. I really always want to make sure that I'm honoring your time. I know that it's precious and that we're all really busy and doing lots of different things. So if you'll just take a few minutes and watch this video in its entirety, and then feel free to follow up in an email with me with any questions that you might have. Here is my contact information. My conference period is sixth period, which is 12:45 to 1:27, Monday, Tuesday, and Fridays. The choir website is also going to have everything that you need on it. To find that, you just go to the Pearson webpage, click on activities, and then choir. It's also linked in every email that I send you in every communication. So everything you need to know is going to be there. So please bookmark that and refer to it often. We have multiple choirs at Pearson this year. The a cappella choir meets fourth period. It's comprised of 7th and 8th grade girls. It's the varsity treble choir and is open to students with 1 to 2 years experience singing. Our bel canto choir meets second period. It's comprised of 7th and 8th grade girls. It's the junior varsity treble choir, and it's open to students with 0 to 2 years experience singing. Our Patriot singers is 7th period, and that is our 7th and 8th grade boys tenor bass choir. It's open to students with 1 to 2 years experience singing. And concert choir is 3rd and 8th period. This is for all 6th grade girls and boys, as well as some 8th graders and 7th graders who are either new to singing or maybe just the way their schedule needed to work out for other classes. It's where we learn the fundamentals of singing and music literacy. We do have a choir handbook. I will link that in this email so that you can see that. It is also found in Canvas and on our choir webpage, and the kids will bring home a paper copy of that. You will need to complete a handbook acknowledgement form after you read through that, just to make sure that we are all on the same page. It also includes their permission to travel with us for the year, so please make sure you do that so your kids can come with us all the places that we go. Our expectations for choir is that everyone shows respect for each other and for me and me to them, that we're kind. I really want this to be a happy, safe environment where kids know they can come and feel welcomed all the time, and that they come prepared, ready to sing, ready to work, and to always do our best, and that they fully participate in everything that we do in choir. The materials that they need, they will be provided with a folder and their pencil and all their music. And we also have iPads for choir. These stay in the choir room. They're shared across the classes. And we have gone over with the kids the expectations with those, and that they will not be using them if we are found on other things like playing games or taking pictures or anything like that, that they're just for our music. Choir uniforms. We have an informal uniform and a formal uniform that we use. Our informal uniform is our choir t-shirt along with jeans. Please make sure that your kids have a pair of blue jeans and that they are not all ripped and holey. We always end up with kids the week of a performance saying, well, I don't have any jeans. So please just go get a pair of blue jeans now. They only have to wear them while we're performing, and then they can change out of them. They need closed-toe shoes, and we are going to wear this uniform for things like pep rallies, different events that we go to. Their formal uniform is going to be what we call concert black. And this is going to be different for different groups. For the boys are going to get black dress pants, a black long sleeve button shirt, and black dress shoes and socks. Then I will provide them with a maroon tie, and so that we all match. And they're going to look super, super sharp. So here's some pictures. These are also in the handbook and on the choir website, so you can see those. For girls who are in concert choir, They need a black outfit. It can be pants and a blouse, it can be a skirt and a blouse, or it can be a dress. These have to be below the knees. I would prefer them to be to the ankle. This is for modesty as the girls are up on risers and people are looking up at them. We want everything to maintain their modesty. And it looks really nice when they're all long. The easiest thing to do is just go to Amazon and search black maxi dress and grab one of those. They must have sleeves, nothing sleeveless, nothing low cut, and some black dress shoes. They would be best to not have heels. We want as flat as possible so that nobody's tripping or anything. For our a cappella and bel canto choir, so this is second and fourth periods, we have black concert dresses that will be issued. When they take these home, they need to be hung up, not laid on the floor. They need to be kept clean. They'll be dry cleaned at the beginning of the year and the end of the year. This is included in the choir fee. But in between, they can be machine washed and then hung dried on, like on delicate. Let me know if the dresses might need hemmed. If you are capable of hemming your daughter's dress, that would be fantastic. So I don't have to hem 30 dresses by myself. Or if you're willing to help me do that, please let me know. And then they also need black dress shoes. Again, flat if possible. If they have to have heels, that's fine. Just they'll have to be really careful as they're walking on and off stage. Choir, we do have to take grades. It follows the same grading policy as the rest of the school. We'll have progress checks. We have to have at least 3 per grading period, so per 9 weeks. And these are on a scale of 0 to 4. These are not weighted in that they don't figure into their average. They're a check to see how they're doing and communicate with you and the student and what they still need to improve on. This could include music theory checks. It could include sight reading checks, music marking checks, and various things. We also have assessments of learning. They have to have a minimum of 5 per grading period or 9 weeks. And this is your traditional scale of 0 to 100, and they're weighted. So like your traditional grading. This could include required performances, sight reading assessments, music theory assessments, and other written assessments. Performances. We do have 4 required performances per school year. Again, I really try to honor your time, and I know everyone's really busy. So we will have 4 concerts this year outside of the school day that students are required to be at and will count as an assessment of learning grade. This is in line with standards 3A, 3B, 3C, 3D, and 5A, 5B, 5C, 5D, and 5E within the Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills. And so we are a standards-based grading school and district, and these standards involve performing in front of groups of people, responding to live performances, things like that, that are really difficult to make up if you're not there. So these dates that are required are October 17th, December 16th, February 24th, and May 12th. And again, those are required dates. If you know right now that you have a conflict with one of those dates, please contact me as soon as possible. It's really hard when the kids have been working for 3 months for a performance and we find out 2 days before that someone's not going to be here. That affects the entire choir. So we really need to make provisions for anyone who's not going to be here well ahead of time. In addition to these, a cappella choir and bel canto will perform at pre-UIL on February 19th, but they will not perform in the February 24th concert. So that'll take the place of that. And then March 3rd through 5th is going to be UIL for those 2 groups, and that is during the school day. So other than these required performances, everything else that we do is going to either be during the school day, such as a pep rally, which is required, but it's during school, or maybe our elementary tour for our 7th and 8th graders, it's required, but it's during school. Or it may be after school, but it's optional, such as when we perform at the Texas Legends basketball game or things like that. They'll be outside of the school day, but they're optional. So again, it's these 4 that are really important and are graded. Some other performances that we do, like I said, the elementary tour, pep rallies, some optional ones, the Texas Legends game, Sounds of the Season, our American Classic Festival that the kids love. We go to and spend the day at Pinstack. These are optional performances. I will get you these dates as soon as I can. And the district doesn't allow us to schedule anything like this until September because of buses. So as soon as I have those scheduled, I will let you know, and they will be on the calendar. Speaking of the calendar, I have set up a Google Calendar for the choir. It can be found on the choir website and also linked on Canvas. You're going to want to add the calendar to your calendar. So on a desktop computer, you will go to the choir website, click on the choir tab, or click on the calendar tab, and you'll see this calendar here. You're going to click this plus sign down here at the bottom, and that will sync this to your calendar. So any event that I type in on our choir calendar will automatically show up on your personal calendar. So I try to make this as easy as possible for you. I update this as regularly as I can. And it's going to, like I said, it's going to be on the calendar page and upcoming events page on the website. I also send out a monthly newsletter through email with all the important information for that month. It's going to have details for upcoming events. I'm going to honor everyone's birthdays. And after I email it to you, it will also be on the choir website. We do have a small fee to participate in choir. It's a little bit different for each choir, but you can find it in online school fees. It is already there. If this is going to help cover the cost of the choir t-shirt, it's going to cover the cost of the ties for the boys, the dress, dry cleaning and mending for a cappella and bel canto choir, folders, pencils, music, and those things. That's why it's a little different for each choir, because it's going to cover different things. But please, if there's difficulty paying this fee, please contact me. I never want this to be a reason that a student cannot participate in choir. So this is due by September 15th so that we can get our shirts ordered in a timely manner so that we have them in time for all of our performances. So please check that on online school fees. If for some reason it's not showing up, let me know. It might be if your student is new to Frisco and you have not created your account yet, it wouldn't have synced. They wouldn't have been able to put it on there because you didn't have an online account. So please let me know if it's not there, and I'll get you connected with our secretary to get that. There are a few other optional expenses in choir that are not required. We will have some social events throughout the year that I might ask for donations if somebody can bring some cookies or some different things like that. We do go every year to the American Classic Choral Festival and then to Pinstack for the day, and that is an extra cost. Last year, we were able to offset that with our fundraiser sum, which was great. So I'll get you more information on that as soon as I have it. There's also a district solo and ensemble contest that the district sets the fee for, as well as all region auditions for 7th and 8th graders in the spring. And that's a separate fee because it does go to the region. And there's the bell. You also have an option of taking private lessons, which are one-on-one. It's one-on-one with a professional teacher, and that would be paid directly to them. So just really quick, we'll run through each of these. Solo and ensemble contest this year is Saturday, November 16th. It's optional, but highly encouraged. The kids can sing a solo by themselves or in a small group or an ensemble. We will each be singing a song for our fall concert that can easily be used for the solo and ensemble contest. So it shouldn't take any extra preparation for them if that's what they want to do. If they want to do something a little bit more difficult or challenging, we can pick another song as well. So they'll have times before and after school, during advisory and things to come in and work on those. And this will be paid through online school fees directly to the district. If you qualify for reduced or free lunch because it is a district event, it's also prorated based on that as well. All region auditions are Saturday, April 5th. The clinic in concert is April 26th. These kids prepare 2 songs and do sight reading, and then the top singers from our region are selected. And from all of McKinney, Little Elm, Frisco, and Prosper schools. It is $15 per student. And when we get closer to that, I will send more information out specifically to our bel canto, a cappella, and Patriot Singers choirs that could audition for that. Private lessons, we have a private lesson teacher, Samantha Lee, and we'll also be adding a new male private voice lesson teacher this well. His name is Connor Raymond. Lessons are $25 a piece. They are scheduled through the teacher and paid directly to the teacher, but these teachers are background checked and vetted by the school district, and they do come teach on our campus here at Pearson, so you don't have to get them anywhere else. They can be before or after school or even during their choir class period. So they would miss a little bit of class to go to their private lesson. But I feel like the instruction that they receive there is so wonderful that it helps them and they're not going to get behind because of that at all for missing that. We are going to be doing a fundraiser this year. I will get you those details soon. It is going to be pledge-based. Our goal is $100 per student. That says boxes from last year. I'm so sorry. And that's from when we did our cookie dough fundraiser, but we're not doing that this year. We're going to do a pledge-based one. For every $25 raised, the student will be entered into a drawing for a $100 Amazon gift card. So say you raise $200, you'll be entered 8 times into that drawing. And the more we raise, the more prizes that we can do. I will be getting you these details soon. We had the fundraiser all set up. It's a text-based, so the company was going to come in and set it all up on the kids' phones for them during school. But as you know, we can't have phones at school now. So we are working through what to do with that and what that's going to look like. These funds are used to purchase additional music, to pay for competitions, to pay for clinicians, which are like professional, really well-known choir directors to come in and work with the kids, accompanists, that would be a professional piano player to come in and play live at our concerts instead of recordings, which is fantastic. Some more social events that we can do. Next thing I want to talk about is a choir booster club, and that we don't have one, and I would really like to start one. Why do we need a booster club? This gives us more freedom with fundraising. We can do fundraising lots of different ways instead of just one a year through a vendor. We could do spirit nights and different things. We could do social events any place that we want rather than just at vendors. So for example, right now we can take the kids to the American Classic at Penstack because they're a vendor, but we can't take them to Main Event, or we can't rent out a movie theater, or we can't hire a bubble bus, or, any of these fun things that, the band, orchestra, and theater at our school get to do because they have booster clubs. So I would like to get one of these started. It helps organize the parents for support at events. We can also, through fundraising with that, offer scholarships for private lessons, which is a really great thing to help with our students. So to get this started, I need parents that would be willing to serve as officers. We need a minimum of a president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer. This could be something really good if you're wanting to be involved, but maybe PTA is a little overwhelming and time consuming, and you think I can't be over 1,000 kids at the middle school. Well, maybe you could help with 50 at the choir level. So if you are interested, please let me know and we can work on getting that started this year. And I just want to close with this quote by Cheryl Lavender. The fact that children can make beautiful music is less significant than the fact that music can make beautiful children. And that's what I try to do every day. I love making music with your kids. And the most important thing, though, is the relationships that they get to build through choir. And I appreciate you and your support and all that you do. Please feel free to reach out to me via email anytime. You're welcome to call as well, but if I'm in my room, I'm probably with a class, so email is usually the best. And I look forward to working with each of you this year. Thank you so much.